89% of the population consumes caffeine every day. Most of this caffeine comes from the coffee that we drink. I'm sure if more Starbucks were open before this class started, we would all be walking in with a cup of coffee waiting for the caffeine to kick in. But did you know that caffeine is actually a drug? That's right. It's the most commonly used drug worldwide. Once most of you find out that this is a drug, you will be wondering, how does this affect your body? Can you be addicted to it? And can you overdose from it? I'll be answering these questions as I move forward with my speech. Caffeine is a stimulant drug that stimulates the central nervous system. It sends neurons to your brain, making you more alert, more focused, and more concentrated throughout the day. The typical amount of caffeine for a healthy adult is 400 milligrams. That's around 4 to 5 cups of coffee, and it depends on your age, weight, and gender. Although the FDA deems this a healthy amount to take each day, or healthy maximum amount each day, there can be side effects to it, such as upset stomach, jitter, shakiness, and it can increase your heart rate and increase your blood pressure. With caffeine being a commonly used drug, most people wonder if it can be addictive. According to the DSM-5, it is considered a withdrawal. It's not really considered a caffeine addiction, but you get symptoms when you have withdrawals from it. The DSM-5 defines it as a syndrome resulting from abrupt reduction of caffeine following daily use. So if you're consuming caffeine every day for a long period of time and all of a sudden the next day you just don't take it, you'll get symptoms such as headaches, stomach aches, drowsiness, you'll be agitated, and there's a whole list of things that the DSM-5 lists. Although you can feel as if you're addicted to it because you can start spending too much money on it, you can start feeling as if you need to have it every day to feel awake, but the withdrawal symptoms can be reduced or avoided if you slowly reduce the amount of caffeine that you're taking each day. But it's not an addiction, although you can feel like you have one. Recently, drug addictions have led to drug overdoses, and since this is a drug, you can overdose on it, which most people don't know. It's very rare according to Healthline, but it has happened. There has been causes of death from it. A study on Healthline in 2017 had declared that there were 51 deaths ever from caffeine. In South Carolina, the 16-year-old boy, Jason Stone, died from caffeine by drinking Mountain Dew, a McDonald's coffee, and an energy drink in a short amount of time. This increased his heart rate and his blood pressure, causing him to go into cardiac arrest, and then he died soon after that. The maximum amount of caffeine that you can have before you overdose is around 10 grams, so that'd be 100 cups of coffee, and I'm assuming that you'd have to have it in a short amount of time. Most overdoses are caused by caffeine pills or caffeine powder, which most people take as replacement for sleep. Although you can overdose on it, your body will get to will feel the toxicity level before you overdose or die from it, and you'll probably start throwing up or maybe pass out or something, but that's technically considered an overdose. Overall, caffeine is a commonly used drug, and it's useful when it's used in the right amounts, which is 400 milligrams. It's not technically an addictive drug, but you can feel addicted to it and eventually overdose on it if you use too much of it. Following the FDA requirements of 400 milligrams will keep you at a safe amount. Most people don't go over that a day, but it just depends. I hope you all learned something today. Thank you for listening to the speech.